Hey everyone! Today I want to talk about something that really shook me defeating our future fraud case.
It's a tough topic, but it's super important to discuss integrity and accountability, especially when it involves people who were supposed to serve the community. So let's dive in.
Alright, so this whole case revolves around Mukhtar Mohamed Shariff and Ayan Farah Abukar. Shariff was the CEO of a freak hospitality group, and he got caught up in some serious stuff like conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering.
It's just mind-blowing to think that someone in a leadership position could betray the trust of so many. He ended up with a sentence of 17 years in prison and has to pay back $47 million. That's a lot of money, and a long time behind bars.
It makes you wonder how someone could go so far off course. Then there's Ayan Farah Abukar, who founded Action for East African People. She pled guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud too.
It's heartbreaking to see how the fraudulent claims and kickbacks not only hurt the organization, but also affected the very people they were meant to help. I mean, when you think about it, these organizations are supposed to uplift communities, and instead, they're tearing them down. Now, let's talk about the consequences of their actions.
Both Shariff and Abukar are facing serious legal repercussions, but the ripple effect is even broader.
Their actions damage public trust. How can we trust anyone in leadership if they're out there committing fraud? It's just, really discouraging. And it's not just about legal issues, it's about resources being mismanaged and communities missing out on help they desperately need. This brings us to the theme of ethical responsibility.
I've been reflecting on how important it is for leaders to act with integrity. When someone is in a position of power, their behavior can really shape the community. It's like this heavy responsibility that shouldn't be taken lightly.
When we think about our own lives, we have to ask ourselves how our actions reflect our values. It's a reminder that personal integrity is crucial not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. And then there are the lessons learned from this situation. We need transparency in nonprofit organizations. Seriously, it's essential to have checks and balances in place to prevent fraud.
This case highlights the need for vigilance and accountability in financial dealings. If we don't stay alert, we risk repeating these mistakes. It's a tough lesson, but one we must embrace, so let's get real for a moment.
I want to encourage all of you to engage in some positive self-talk. Reflect on your own values and what integrity means to you. Take a minute to remind yourself of the importance of honesty in all your actions.
Visualize the positive impact that ethical choices can have on your community. It's empowering, and it can shift your mindset. As I think about this whole situation, I feel a mix of anger and disappointment, but also a sense of urgency.
It's we can't let this kind of behavior slide. We need to hold ourselves and others accountable. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the negativity, but I've realized that we can use these tough times to fuel our commitment to doing better.
And, it's also about gratitude. Even in this tough situation, I'm thankful for the reminder of how important it is to be ethical and honest. It's a small silver lining, but it's something we can hold on to.
We all have the power to create a trustworthy environment, and that starts with each of us. So, as we wrap this up, I just want to reiterate the importance of accountability. We need to commit to personal and professional ethics.
Let's inspire each other to make better choices. If you found this discussion helpful, please subscribe, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on integrity and accountability. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Let's keep this conversation going and work towards building a community where trust and honesty thrive. Remember, every small step counts.